Hi, everybody. Um, Hi, Eve. Hi, Rumsey. Hi, Crafty with Amy. Catering Wench. Hi, Life's to Dance. Riggs. Anita Salyer. I didn't think I could do this tonight. I don't think it's going to be very long. I'm really not in a good place right now, but I thought I'd at least pop in and talk to you. So it probably will not be very long. Who knows? Maybe you guys can bring me out of this funk. Oh, Jen, thank you so much. I know. Love and be loved. Thank you. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna read through this one. You guys, I appreciate everybody being here. Really, really. You don't know how much. Okay, so Eve, I don't feel like putting up with any bullshit on here tonight, so, do what you have to do, and I know you're good at it, so, thank you, Vita. Okay, I'm gonna go through, thanks everybody. Love and be loved, I think you're new here, aren't you? Or maybe just your new name. Can you guys hear me okay? Or a sore throat too, so I don't know. I know I'm not normal tonight. That's right. I am planning on refocusing. And I did have some good news just before hi Annie B, got on here. I've been working really hard on a big interview. It's gonna cause a lot of people to be upset on YouTube. It's not about, it's just bringing out some facts that need to be addressed, I think. I think it's an important topic. So, it's just taking some time. Sometimes having people talk about their trauma is, it's reopening old wounds, and it's not always a pleasant thing. So, we're just taking our time. Thank you, DM Russ. I really appreciate it. God, I love you guys. Okay, where was I? Okay, this is Theresa from Criminality, previously from the channel that cannot be mentioned. For interview with Candus. Now, this was not a video interview. It was just by text, or it was just Q&A. It's not very long, so let's just go over that and see how it goes. Hi, Sandy Gant. Hi, Wisconsin Mama. Okay, so this is all written out in question and answer form, so I can be able to tell you who's speaking. So, unlike the other times I read the transcript and even I didn't know half the time. Okay, the questioning is coming from Theresa, and then the answers are from Candus. So let's see what Candus had to say, because this was back at the beginning, fairly early on. And I also have the original video and the still photo that were given to them, Theresa, at that time, with no time stamp or date stamp, as promised. I mean, she promised that and didn't deliver. And I have those posted on my community tab. Okay, question. Would you be willing to come on and make a statement regarding summer? A, I can't call on the phone. I only have Facebook text, and sometimes that doesn't work right. She got a lot of phone problems, doesn't she? Question. How are the boys? And this was before the boys were taken. Hi, beautiful sunflower. My boys are very happy, but her as well. They are scared of people now, and I have to keep them safe. Okay, I'm not going to do any commentary here. Oh, darn it. This phone is crappy. Okay. Would you like to clear up any rumors going around? Question. Would you like to clear up any rumors going around, or can we make a statement on your behalf? Yeah, Sandy. Well, I guess I am going to make a commentary. You know me. Yeah, I don't know, to have your sister just disappear like that, and then, well, this is before they were taken, but yeah, I doubt they were very happy. I mean, their lives are uprooted. There's, outsiders around in the house, questioning their parents all over the place. Searchers, people from the church coming and going. Such upheaval on top of having your sister just disappear. Yeah, I don't think. Hi, Yanni. Happy to see you here. Okay, so back to this. Question. Would you like to clear up any rumors going around, or can we make a statement on your behalf? Hi, Curse for Curiosity. Answer. For one, my children were never sad. They were always happy. They never went without food, clothes, or power. Always had running water. They left to have fun. They are my pride and joy. Me and my family, we have so much love for each other that we try to give to others that don't have it. No, we're not rich in money and all that, but we are a loving family and try to treat others like we would like to be treated. I know my baby girl never left her on her own at all. My kids don't ever wander nowhere. I was blessed with these 4 babies. Never have they been sick except when my oldest had appendicitis. But that was Holston Valley's fault. Oh, hi, Catering Watch. I'm glad you came back. I don't know how Holston Valley could cause appendicitis, but okay. We'll just continue on. Question. What about the rumors with H? Answer. H was a friend of mine's brother who I was trying to help, and because I wouldn't lie for her to a 12-year-old, she got mad at me and started talking crazy crap about me. He is only 15. I knew him since H was 11 years old. Question. Did you purchase or give alcohol to H? Did Summer go underwater for a minute and H saved her? Lies. No way. Answer. Lies. No way. Question. So giving H alcohol is a lie? A. Yes, a lie. Question. Summer went under for a minute and H saved her and then she slept the whole ride home? No. Answer. No, she didn't go underwater at all and she didn't go to sleep until after we dropped him off at home. Question. Is H back with his dad? Answer. I don't know. Now remember, this is right back at the beginning. One of her first stories. Hi, Melissa Brown. Okay. Bring summer home is the most important thing in my life right now. My boys are too. I won't even let them outside now. But that was fun for them. Okay, sorry. My ad lib. My summer was my tail. She didn't go nowhere. I believe someone took her out of my yard. She was scared of the woods because we have always told them about the bears and snakes in the woods. She always stayed by the house. I just want my baby girl back so we can be a happy little family again. Yeah, before the boys are taken. Question, can you clear up the rumors about Chris? Okay, she's talking about Chris Marcos. Answer, that's my cousin, and he had not been here since Summer was 5 months old. Question, so he is not your mom's boyfriend? Answer, no, he's not my mom's boyfriend. That is her nephew. It's her brother's son. It was my Uncle Buck's kid. Question, people have stated he is a sex offender and he was living there and possibly took Summer. A, answer, he got in trouble when he was 15. The girl lied and said she was the same age. She was only 12, so yeah, people have twisted shit. I'm pretty sure he has more than just that one charge. Yeah. Anyway, this is her story. Summer being found is the most important thing right now. Question, how is your mom? A, she's doing. Question, has your mom left the state? Answer, my mother has not left. She's still here. Which is true. Question, why didn't the boys go swimming that day? Yeah, catering lunch, I did too. Theresa was an awesome interviewer. She really was. Just very down home and makes people feel comfortable. Answer, my boys like to stay home and play video games. Question, did you get mad at Summer for pulling flowers and sent her into the house? Answer, I never sent her away. I was not mad at her for anything. Question, did you have a beef with anyone that you think could take Summer? Answer, no, I didn't have no beef with anyone except a 15-year-old girl that I wouldn't lie for. She was upset. Ed, with her, she had a 12-year-old girlfriend, but she was 15, and I told the truth about it all. Yeah, she's talking about H's sister. She did identify on her Facebook page as a bisexual, I think, and she did have a young girlfriend. And you've heard about that whole incident later with them sleeping in the truck, I think. Question, could someone enter your property and you wouldn't be able to see them when you planted flowers? Answer, yes, that is possible. But she was with me and my mom planting flowers. Question, how close are you to the road? A, not too far, it's just up the hill. She would have never wandered off. Looks like they're pretty far from the road, from what I've seen. Question, how long from the time Summer went into the time you noticed she was gone? Answer, 2 minutes. Hi, Sonia. Glad you could make it. Question, do you know why the dispatch call says you went for a walk run? Answer, I don't walk or run anywhere. That might be the first thing she said I actually believe. Question, did you call 911 or just Don? Answer, I called the police and my husband did. Question, do you know anything about the red truck? Answer, I don't know what truck that is or where it is. Question, do you know who it belongs to? Answer, no, I don't. Oh, hi, Wisconsin Mama. All right, take care of yourself. Question, how is your mom? There's a, where's the, uh-oh. I think Theresa missed. Okay, either she didn't answer that or Theresa missed the screen. Question, there's a lot of speculation regarding Summer's shaved head. A, she wanted her head shaved because I shaved mine and her brother's because it gets too hot and we are tomboys. I'm not a girly girl. She liked it too. She felt free. She doesn't like her hair brushed. Please help bring my baby back home. She is missed very much. Prayer emoji. As much as we can. Question, are you allowed to look for her yet? Life's a dance. Brother, are you talking about, wait a minute. Okay, wait a minute. Life's a dance. Uncle, that was, she's talking about Chris Marcos there. Let me go back to that. Is that what you're talking about? Life's a dance? Chris Marcos is Connie's nephew. It's her brother's step or adopted son. You know, he also goes by Chris Harris sometimes, or used to. If that's not who you're talking about, let me know. Okay, are you allowed to look for her yet? Answer, not yet that I know of. That I know of. And she'll find out. Question, did they check the swimming hole? Answer, I don't know. Question, what do you think happened? I believe someone snuck up here and grabbed her out of my yard. That's what I feel. Question, do you have any pics of Summer from that day with the pink shirt so we can post for people to see her outfit that day? Answer, this is, but she didn't have the jacket on when she went missing. Question, so you went to the grocery store after you dropped off H? A, no, he was at the store with us. I don't know if she's ever wandered off Life's a Dance, but we're going to go over Jose and his stories, and I'm trying to watch every interview anyone's ever done on him or with him and sort through all that. So that's a bigger job than I thought. If that's what you mean, Jose saying she wandered off. Question, was H in the car during the picture? And answer, no. So you sent a video that my mom accidentally did. You can see nobody in that seat but her. That's true. Question, so your mom went to the swimming hole too? Answer, yes. Question, most thought it was only you, H, and Summer. Answer, nope. Question, so you and H were close? Answer, H called me Aunt Candus and my mom Grandma. Question, what time was the video taken? Answer, hold on, I'll look. June 15, 3:09 p.m. Oh yeah, this is very early on. Hi, Curse of Curiosity. You came in a little late. This was this was right at the very beginning, with the interview that Theresa did, with Candus. Theresa from Criminality. And you know that channel I can't mention. So it was right at the beginning. Probably I'm just guessing 2 weeks after Summer went missing, maybe. Question: what time did you go swimming? Answer: 12:21 p.m. Okay, I know the metadata on that did come back to 12:21 p.m. Hi, Crafty with Amy. Wait, you must be in a different time zone, aren't you? Okay, Candus has asked that everyone pray for her daughter and thanks everyone for helping search for Summer. She has asked that everyone please stop bashing her and her family and focus on finding Summer. Okay, so that's all to it. That's all there was. That was Candace's, I believe, first interview. I don't know if that was before or after her one with WJHL. Does anybody remember? I don't know the exact date on this because I just got the screenshots. Hi, Dynamite. Oh, Dynamite? Okay, so that's all. I can't believe I'd be able to do this. I believe that one too. Okay, so what else do we want to talk about? Anybody have any questions? Oh, you know what? Oh, I'm meaning Eve because she's Dynamite. Let's see. Yeah, I'm not really doing that good here. Oh, I need to stop watching other channels and, just stick with my own research, like what I intended here. I don't like the backstabbing, the bashing, the bullying. It really gets to me. Not just when it's directed at me, but when it's directed at everyone. And I don't understand the people that talk about anti-bullying are the biggest bulliers. Do they not notice that? I don't get that. And do they not think what they say affects an actual real person with feelings? It's not just like, an av on the screen. I don't think they do see themselves. They really don't. Okay, so one thing I wanted to talk about. Yeah, you're right, Sandy. And I think part of it is projection, don't you think? Or they say you hate most in others what you hate most about yourself. So maybe these people do realize they're bullies, but they have no intention of changing, so they project their nastiness onto other people. Oh, Hunter. Yeah, she said Hunter, yeah, was like, did she say a brother? Hunter is like, yeah, I think that, because she was friends with Allie for so long, and Hunter kind of grew up around her kids. I don't know. I know I'm one of the few that don't really think anything sexual happened there. Hunter had a girlfriend at the time, and so I would think she would be more appealing to him than Candus, but that's just my opinion. Yeah, Amy, people are afraid. People are afraid to speak out. People are afraid, sometimes channels are like cults. And everybody does whatever the creator says, or else. Or you get blocked, and you get slandered. And I think that's a problem. I mean, anybody here can, have an opinion as long as it's respectful. I was in a chat the other day and had the chat just turn on me. Okay, and I said, where are the mods? And the mod said, oh, do you have a problem? And then the mods all attacked me too. Now, that's a reflection of the channel owner from what I think. And I was actually a paying member of that channel. I'm not anymore. But it's because someone in there said that Don, and I'm not a Don apologist. I think Don's a piece of shit. He's a waste of air and space, I think. My opinion, allegedly. Well, I don't even think it's allegedly. I mean, he's got a paper trail, right? No scam zone. Okay, let me see. No, I don't see. I don't see a comment, hon. Not sure you read my previous comment. No, Trapped in Plastic, welcome. No, I've never seen Candus. No, she had it shaved. She had it cut very short, but I have not seen it shaved. No scam zone. Where is your comment? Could you repeat it, please? I don't see it. Yeah, yes. When Summer's head was shaved back in March, yeah, no one else's was shaved at that time. Now, when Summer went missing, Summer's had grown out some, and two of the boys' heads had been shaved right shortly before that. I have a couple pictures of that. Oh, thank you, Eve. Okay, did I miss anything? I don't think I don't think she ever actually left Summer with him. They always seem to all go together as a gang everywhere. Allie, Hunter, not necessarily true, but Bear and Grandma, and then Candus and her kids. swimming and, but I guess Dawn was always working. Dawn didn't seem to be in the camping mood. I wonder if Dawn ever fishes. But now I'm just rambling. We were in a live with Andrew Hill, so you need to see the replay. Is that about the alleged indictment? Because that's nonsense. But I can go look at that again. Have lice disguise or punishment? Well, like she said, Summer didn't like to get her hair brushed. And I don't think Candus probably washed it all that often. So, it just, it could have just gotten really matted from her playing outside and stuff. It does kind of look that way in a few pictures. And, I can't see Candus having the patience to put conditioner on it and work those mats out. So maybe that's why she shaved it. Just pure laziness. I don't know. I'll go look at it after this. I need something. I was going to email Andrew. I need him to confirm something for me, and I just found his email address late last night. So, catering wench. Can you refresh my memory? Theresa interviewed Allie, Leslie, and Candus. Yes, I've gone over in previous interviews here. I've read through the transcripts of David Dodson, 2 of Allie, Candus, and who else did she interview? Oh, God, my mind is blank. Oh, Mary. She did 3 interviews with Mary Hartman. Yes. Okay, yeah, Scam Zone, I'll check it out. Okay, so what were we talking about? I'm sorry. I told you I'm not doing good tonight, but I did show up. So I get an A for attendance here. I hate to disappoint people. Okay, so here's what was said in chat. People said that Don was a serial rapist. And I said, wait a minute, where did the rape come from? Because I've never heard Don accused of rape. Has anyone else? And so then they all attacked me. Well, he admitted it. He admitted it on the interview room. Said he's admitted to, sexual assault on Jeannie, but I've never heard him ever admit to raping anyone. I've never heard anyone accuse him of raping anyone. I did a post about Jared Leisek, and the reason that he's still being charged with, a 30-year-old case or 20-year-old, whatever, is because he did rape, allegedly, his sister and cousin. So there's no statute of limitations on that. So if Don had raped someone, I believe he could still be prosecuted. Is anybody answering me? No, they're not. But, that's a fact too. So anyway, that privated video slamming me said that I said Don never essayed anyone. Actually, I said quite the opposite several times. others as far as sexual assault, but I've never heard rape mentioned. There is a difference. There is a difference in severity. There is different statutes for all the different variations. And, rape could still be prosecuted. So, I don't know. Thank you, catering wench. I didn't think I had ever said that. I totally believe in Jeannie. And Don has admitted it. Don is creepy. No, thanks, Jen. Yeah, I just was at the doctor too, and I got some new medicine. Yeah, we're still fighting all that. I don't want to bore people with my health issues, but yeah, I don't know. Hey, the good part is my doctor said you can't tell by looking at me. I have so much wrong with me, so. Yes, from what I know, yeah, legally, it's not the same as, right, sexual assault. Now, I posted Jared Leisek's charges there, rape, and it is rape of a child. So that's why he's charged. But Don's, I don't know. Maybe people aren't making the distinction there, I think. Yes. Thank you, Damaris. I appreciate that. And thank you, Crafting with Amy, your sweetheart. I guess it depends on, there's so many different types of essays. So, I mean, it's all defined by statute. So certain conditions have to apply to each one, certain elements. And then in order to charge someone, you have to prove each and every one of those elements. So, like Don's son got charged and convicted of indecency with a child. Hi, Sunshine. Thank you very much. Yes, Crafting with Amy. She's a sweetheart, isn't she? Where was I? Okay. He got convicted of indecency. And so that is some type of conversation or mentioning of sex to a child. So it wasn't an actual act. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't touching or doing anything. But still, that was considered a sex offense, and he is on the sex offender registry. But there's a wide variety of severity of different crimes there. All the accusations that have been said about DW, and he has only been arrested for breaking his probation. He got arrested. You mean since Summer went missing, no scam zone? Most current. Okay. He got arrested for, and I watched a clip of Chris McDonough saying that, and I can't figure out how to clip and post, but he said Don got arrested for felon in possession of a weapon. That's false, Chris. Sorry, but that never happened. Don did not get arrested for felon in possession of a weapon. He got arrested for possession of a weapon while intoxicated. Totally different thing. And he got arrested for the DUI scam zone. So being convicted of the DUI was what broke his probation and caused him to go back to jail. But yes, currently, yes, that's it. Now, yes, Sandy, I have talked about that. Yeah, it definitely does. It definitely does. I'm not sure I'm stable enough to talk about this right now because I'm just barely on the verge of crying here. But I was telling someone about one of my abusers, and this was more than 50 years ago. And I never told anyone. My mother, all those years, always said, you know, you never did like him, but she never asked me why. I don't think she wanted to know. I think she probably suspected. But I knew she couldn't handle it, so I never mentioned it. But I was home and at the bank with her one day, and his brother walked in, who looks identical to him, looks like his twin. And I almost passed out, even though I was sitting down. I started shaking, I started sweating, I started blacking out. My hearing started going. I mean, and even when my mom said, oh, this is, so-and-so, remember him? And I'm like, oh, it's not him, but still, yes. So 50 years later, and this was not rape either, it was just sexual assault. Yeah, it definitely screws with your head. There's no doubt. Hi, Connemara Heather. Welcome. Hi, little Dev. What do you think happened to Summer? I think, well, you'll have to look at one of my theories. I think accident cover-up. And I do think she drowned. I think Candus went back to the swimming hole after they dropped H off and wasn't watching Summer, and she drowned, is my theory. When did I finally tell? I never told my mother. I guess the Me Too movement brought it out. I told my doctor, but I did not tell any of the details whatsoever. And I've never told the details. So yes, anytime there's an accusation of sexual abuse with a child, if I'm not mistaken, they remove the child from the home and then investigate. They do not investigate while they leave the child in the home. I'm pretty sure. Because I know cases where one child has disclosed and then they gather up the rest of the kids at school and take them so they don't go home. Hi, Sue Lawson. Oh, Sonia, I think it's happened to almost everyone I know. Really, the people that haven't, been involved in some type of sexual abuse, in my experience and my friends, is the minority. Isn't that just, something women are expected to put up with, right? Because we're lesser than men. No, I've never heard of rape. No. Hi, Wonder Woman. Oh, it's okay. I'm not telling my story for sympathy, you guys. I'm just, but I appreciate your sympathy. 50 years, yes. Hi, Tracy Delahanty. Wonder Woman. I hope I found everyone. Yeah, I'm not looking for sympathy. I was just agreeing with the person that said it messes with your head, no matter what level of severity the sexual abuse is. I have some other experiences that I've shared. One that definitely gave me PTSD, and I'm lucky I lived actually in that one. It was very, very violent sex offender. In my case, they didn't show me the six-pack, like like you see on TV. They just wanted to show me his picture. I don't know how they ever even found him. He was from a town 30 miles away, and he was using a friend of his car that he borrowed. But I didn't have a description of the car. And they must have had him on their radar because they asked me if they could just show me this picture instead of a six-pack, because he had almost beat a girl to death that lived in my apartment complex. So they wanted to use my case, as leverage against him in that case. And I said that was fine, because, that was the stronger case. The important thing is getting him locked away. So, and I did not have to testify in that. Oh, yes. I agree with you, Sonia. Yes, CB definitely has guilty knowledge, in my opinion. Or she does know what happened. And yes, I think Don is protecting her. He said that. If it was Candus, he would not want her to go to jail. Those two are an odd pair, aren't they? An odd match. I think morally and in probably deviancy, those two are perfectly matched for each other, aren't they? It's like, what do they call that? And don't say trauma bond, that's not what I'm thinking. But it's like two people that, like the Wests, Fred and what's her name? I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. They come together and they have the same level of deviancy, and that's what keeps them together. It's like they found their alter ego there. I don't know, Chris, with curiosity, there's still some, fine points I'm working out on my theory. Because I don't think she had time to take her home, because that would have been an hour round trip. I don't know. That is a problem with my theory. I'll admit that. I do not know. Another thing I ponder is how Don got the call that at work that Summer was missing at 5:30, but yet didn't get home until 7:09 when he was only 30 minutes away, allegedly driving like a bat out of hell. So where's the missing hour there? What was he doing then? Is that where he went to pick up Summer's body and drop her off somewhere? I apologize if people object to my calling Summer a body, but it's just crime, true crime. Thank you, hon. Yeah, I know. By the time I was 40, I'm sure it was sexually abused, sexual harassment. Oh, gee. Catering lunch, I'm sorry. See, here we all are supporting each other. Bob, if you're in the bushes, you can come out. You're one of us, Bob. I was sexually harassed at a job by a manager in the storeroom, and I wanted to report that, go to HR. And the scuttlebutt was he had tried it with another girl that worked there. So, strength in numbers, right? And then it wouldn't be he said, she said at that point. So I went to the other girl that he did it to, and she refused to go with me because she wanted to advance in the company and she didn't want that to ruin her chance. So that was her decision, I guess, which that went nowhere. So that's definitely sexual harassment, person in power. And I think that is why a lot of women don't report, for fear of retaliation of some type. These people are, and this is just a crappy, sleazy manager at Kmart. So, it wasn't like he was some millionaire that wielded a lot of power, but so imagine if it was a millionaire that wielded a lot of power. You'd sure as hell be scared to come out about that. Look at the ridicule you get. And, anytime someone accuses a public figure of any type of, sexual crime, everybody comes out and supports them without knowing anything about them or the case or, the alleged crime or any of the facts. Just south of me, there was a girl that she was in high school, had a high school football player break into her room. I think it was through sliding glass doors and rape her. So she did report it, and the whole entire school harassed her, bullied her, tormented her and her family. She eventually had to leave town. Oh, no, you don't accuse a star football player of anything. They could never do anything wrong. It was tragic. So then she's victimized all over again, over and over and over and over. And by the time it was done, he came out, the star football player, and admitted that everything she said was true. But by then, the damage had been done. Can you imagine what she went through and had to pick up and move out of the area? And all these people were wrong. All of them. I don't get the blind. I don't know. That's why I'm on here. That's why I stick to the facts, because I think that's important. What's true is more important than gossip and, following the mob rule. And I get flack for it. I get clapback from the mob. Thanks, Sonia. I think you should reach out and interview Ziggy V. I'm not sure she would talk to me, especially since I was the one that turned that into the FBI. I think I read, did you see my videos where I read through her interviews with Critical K? I think I did 3 of them. So I don't think she has anything more to say. Okay, so if Candus was intoxicated, she drove home. Was she scared to call? I think there was no. I think, in my opinion, I think the reason she was scared was because of why she was at the swimming hole. I think it had something to do with drugs. I think, she wasn't watching Summer. Summer drowned. She said nothing would have happened to her if I was there. So she wasn't there. Where was she? What was she doing? Or did she just drop Summer off to keep her occupied? I don't know. But, someone did say they saw the vehicle there around 3:30, right? Although, can we believe anybody in this case? That was a worker at Warriors. Yeah, perfect match. Oh, I'm not familiar with that case, Anita. I do not. I do not think it was June 15th, no. I think he was the one at 5:30 that Jody Sue Brown heard. Chris, with curiosity, he was actually at work at 5:30 on the job. His coworkers all were there when he got the call. They all confirmed that. So he wasn't. Jody Sue Brown couldn't have heard him at 5:30 at home. He was on the job site. And yeah, so where was he? But where was he? Where was he? I think him going to the shed was maybe to see if Candus had gotten all the drug paraphernalia over to Fred's. You can see where their first priority was through this whole thing. It certainly wasn't Summer, which is sad. So if he got there in 25 minutes, yeah, where's the missing hour? Where's the missing hour? Oh, I go to the doctor all the time. I got another appointment next week. Just test after test, but I got a new medicine. If I would get off my ass and walk out to the mailbox and get it, we could start. It's supposed to take 2 weeks to start working, so yes, people have different comfort levels. And the incident I talked about with the man that almost beat the girl to death, my mom wanted me to drop that. Oh, just forget about it. Just forget about it. See, that's my mom. That was my mom. And that's the way a lot of people's moms are, I think. Just drop it, suck it up, go on, don't bother with it. If you knew me, there's not a chance in hell I wasn't going to call the police and report that. That's not me. So yeah, I'm here to out anybody that does anything like that. There aren't any cover-ups in my life. Thank you, Sandy Gant. I saw that. 3. Maybe I should start looking into that. I have so many. I have other cases people ask me to look into. I need to get some open records on a case I'm helping a lady with, too. Oh, hi, was his. Love you. I'm so glad you're here. Yes, both times. And he said she, at one time, was crying so hard they had to stop filming. So, and then the other time she was at the pond at the vigil, one of the get-togethers. She is very emotional there too. So the more I thought about that, I thought something happened there. I hadn't considered that because we know that they left the pond the first time because they were seen at, Sonic and Payless and so then that made me think, how could it have happened at the pond? Well, she would have had to have gone back, right? I don't know. I'm still thinking about it. It's like one of those. Do you remember those puzzles that had it was like a early version of Rubik's Cube? Sometimes it had a picture on it or it had numbers, and it was just, I think, 9 of them or 8, and there was like a open space, and then you just slid those little blocks, those little cubes around into the open spaces and moved them all around to get them into order or complete the picture. I feel like that's what we're doing here. I feel like that's what I'm doing here. And just moving them around, just moving the pieces around until the picture becomes clear. Does everybody understand that? That's what I'm doing. I don't believe the Warriors worker that said the truck was there all day. No, I don't believe her. But I guess there was another one that said that the car, it obviously was there at 12 and then 20 or whatever. And then allegedly, although I haven't seen it, someone did interview another worker who said that the truck was there at between 3 and 3:30. But if she did go back twice, that would also explain why the other person thought it was there all day, because obviously she's working. She's not keeping her eye on that vehicle to make sure it didn't move. And we know it wasn't there all day. But if it went back, it was there, and she saw it again in the afternoon, she might have thought it was there all day. I don't know. I've just never seen anyone question that. That was a fact. But that is a valid question, Chris, with curiosity. Yeah, I'll try to track that down. Sandy, I don't know. I do not know. I don't know. He was there part of the day, but did he come home? Did he have time to come home? Did he meet Candus partway somewhere in the time? I don't know. That's a mystery too. Hi, Cotton Candy Boobs. How are you? He's good at running in the shadows. My mom told me he wouldn't do it. Oh, Sandy, I'm sorry. Eve and Sonia. Oh. So the police told you that Don was all at work. It's all hearsay. Oh, you're right. No. It is hearsay. Everything we know is hearsay. I'm really behind again, aren't I? I can tell. Yes. The only times I've ever seen her show emotion is at the pond. Twice. I see an 8-ball. Thank you, Eve, honey. You guys are awesome. My chat is so awesome. Law enforcement has the open spaces. I know a few things they've been told. You know. So I know they know things that they're not releasing. I don't think he did jump in to lift her out. I don't think that happened, and he said that was a lie. He posted on Facebook that never happened. And Allie said that never happened too, that he never jumped in to save her. I think that might have been part of the story they were trying out. I don't know. Yes, that's possible too, Sandy. No. In my opinion, that break, I believe, was permanent. And that all started when Candy gave the... I gotta walk to the door and get my DoorDash order, you guys. Just a minute. That all started when Candy gave that interview to WJHL. And Candus was livid because Candy screwed up. And that was the beginning of the end there. They never recovered from that. Candus left. Oh, she was so mad. She didn't speak to Candy for a long time after that. She left and went to Kathy's. You're going to hear my door. Food. And Candy stayed there and eventually got tired of having to pay the bills because she had to pay the electricity, the shutoff, to get it reconnected. She pays the car insurance. She just got tired of it all and picked up and left. So she's kind of fed up with her camper. In a southern state that I will not mention, by a friend. And I don't think she'll ever go back. But that's just my opinion. Okay. Let's see. The oldest boy was old enough to stay with the younger boys, but with the activity out there and length of time, no way. Well, I think that happens, though, Crafty with Amy. I mean, there's people that leave, a 4-year-old watching a 6-month-old all day while they're at work. It's just... I don't know. That's a tough situation. There's no way that should be allowed. There's no way that anyone would even think that that's okay. And I'm reading about a case right now where there's a mother worse than Candus. Oh my God. As far as just abusing her kids, arson, murder, and what she did with her kids is just almost unfathomable. So I'm going to put together a discussion on that. I'll go over the case. I wish I downloaded Canva, so I'm trying to figure out how to make videos. I know I can figure this out, for crying out loud. My first degree was data processing, so although we did work with punch cards and mainframes back then. Yes, I'm old. Don did say he left work to get food for lunch. Yes, he did say that. He had some gas station pizza or something. Yeah, but I don't think they're that, I don't want to say, I don't think the area was so dangerous, but anything can happen, and is a kid equipped? However, the middle boy did have a phone. He was considered the responsible one. That's why I believe he was the one that made that first 911 call. Mom went for a walk and didn't know Summer's age. Welcome, Rebecca Swindle. Jordash, you know what? I'm having Outback. I got shrimp on the Barbie salad. I love Outback salad. I don't know why. It tastes so much better than when I make a salad. And what else did I get? Oh, their chili. I love their chili. So I do keto, and that chili is keto. So expensive, but it's amazing. I highly recommend it. I took a nap. Yes, he said, well, didn't his boss say that he punched out for lunch at 3 and returned at 3:20? That was the first story. Hi, Listen to Learn. You know what? Yeah, you just get an email. You have a channel, right? Because you are commenting. So both cases. What both cases? Summer and someone else? I have everything in my head, Scam Zone. It's probably most of my problem. I know I have an odd way of working on projects my whole entire life. This is the way I work. And I have a friend that helps me run my business, and we have totally different work processes. And I do everything in my head. Like when I write, a term paper, a report, a legal brief, it's all in my head from start to finish. I do not write anything down, cross it off, edit it, rewrite it, cut, paste. No, I do it in my head, the whole entire thing. And then when it's done, I write it out. Same way with, a quilting project, a craft project. I do it, redo it, get a new idea, add that all in my head. And then when I'm done and it's perfect, then I execute it. That's the way I work. I know a lot of people, everybody's process is different, isn't it? And it's very interesting how I think people work. And I have so many creative friends. Oh my goodness. It's amazing. Okay, Dakota Collins. Okay, Nita, I just screenshot that. Hey, Sandy, that's funny. Oh, Summer and Rose. You think you have some scoop on Rose? Well, that should be interesting. You could email me if you want, justiceforrose@aol.com. It's in my About section. Hey, if you know the names of the people that were at that party that night, or the guy that drove her body away, that would be awesome. I would love to hear that dirt. Birdie, hi. Good to see you here, hon. I'm doing better now. I'm glad I came on and stuck it out. Sounds like Nikola Tesla. No, actually, it's No, I don't know that name. I don't think it's a very well-known case, but boy, there's some psychotic people out there. Can you imagine getting in a fight? This lady, oh, I'll just give you this little teaser. She got in a fight she had four kids by 4 different men. And the dads all tried to get the kids away from her because she didn't, she'd just leave them alone or dump them on other people and not come back, which is coincidentally why Candus lost her first 2 kids. She dumped them off with their dad and her sister and didn't come back. I know people think, she lost them because of abuse. And that was not the case. They definitely were neglected. But yeah, similar to this case, she dumped him off and went off to party and just didn't come back. Okay, so this lady, one of the fathers of one of her kids just couldn't take her deviancy anymore, her manipulation, her rages, and her child abuse. And so he took his boy and moved into his mother and said, I want you to clean your things out of the house. And by the time I get back, I want you to be gone. So he gets a call the next morning. His apartment burned down. Unreal. This woman is unreal. Unreal. I can't wait to go over it with you. Dr. Phil. Yeah, she doesn't like to be in a corner, does she? She doesn't like to be confronted. I think she can't think that fast, is my opinion on that. And without Don there to kind of guide her, I think that's why Don speaks most of the time. You put Candus, she can't think. You ask her a question, and then she's like, she can't think it through. She's going to lie, but, the lies, you have to think ahead and plan your lies so that you don't start out with something that you can't incorporate later. And I don't think Candus can do that fast. And I think that's why she freaks out like that. Hi, Honey Badger. Welcome. I wasn't born with thorns. That sounds familiar. Where have I heard that before? Have you talked about that before? I wasn't born with thorns. I've heard that before. Hi, Honey Badger. 4 kids, 4 men. She was evil. Oh my God. She's probably one of the evilest women I've ever known or read about. I didn't know her, thank God. I don't engage in physical violence. Sorry. I can remember being in being in high school. Oh, being in the bathroom at lunchtime, girl fight. Oh my God. I'd be backed up against the wall, just trying to sink into it, be inconspicuous. Man, those girls would be punching each other, pulling hair, on the floor, going at it. Ah, that's not me. I don't even like to get my hands dirty. I guess I'm a sissy. Honey Badger, welcome. Her demeanor was so different from Warriors to when she went back home. Yes. Very odd. Very odd. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to touch on, which is not a peripheral subject here, is that Adult Survivors Act I posted. So I'm really flummoxed at how no creator has talked about that, unless they're insincere in what they're saying on their channels, which is the only explanation I can think of. Okay, so the Adult Survivors Act was passed in New York and signed into law, and New York had similar laws to Utah as far as they did eliminate the statute of limitations for sex offenses, but it was not retroactive. Which is similar to Utah. So Utah had, the Supreme Court has ruled that the statute of limitations elimination cannot be retroactive in all states. Utah, as well as New York, I haven't looked at other states, also passed laws in the state that civil suits, the statute of limitations cannot be retroactive. So what New York did, and it was called the Adult Survivors Act, was take a 1-year look-back window where the statute of limitations was suspended. And this allows adult survivors to civilly sue their alleged assaulters. So there was estimates range between 2,500 and 3,000 lawsuits have been filed that just expired last week, the year. So what this did was their reasoning was to give women, there was various music stars, rap stars, whatever. I can't think of their names because I don't follow that genre of music, but that are being sued. And it was so that maybe now that they're grown, like when they were minors, they didn't want to accuse a famous person, didn't think anyone would believe them. The person was, in a position of power or had a lot of money. And so now they could come out and talk about it, sue them. The bulk of the lawsuits that were filed were against hospital and prison cases, inmates alleging sexual assault, people in a hospital setting or some type of home alleging sexual assault. So is this a good thing or a bad thing? It's a good thing, I think, but, there's detractors. Some people say 30 years later, you can say anything you want. Nobody remembers the facts of the case at that point. And so you can just accuse anybody you want to. And in a civil suit, it's just a preponderance of the evidence, which is, 50, just has to be 51% instead of beyond a reasonable doubt. So it's easier to prove. However, this gives adult sexual assault survivors a path to get some justice. So why isn't anybody talking about this? Because everybody seems to be talking about, Don's Utah cases, but yet no one is talking about this act. This is something that if you go to your legislatures, you could try to get it introduced into your own state if this is something you feel passionate about. But no one's mentioned it. Don't they really care? I don't know. It baffles me. Okay. Again, I'm behind. Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm not into those girl fights. No. I don't even want to be in the room with those crazy women. I don't know. She was getting some backlash there. People accused her, Candus supporters accused her of betraying Candus. Probably decided that it wasn't worth it, which is something that Hi, Sylvia Brown, which is something that I wonder frequently, is it worth it? Who are we talking about, Little Dev? Oh, Kathy the friend. Okay, I'm sorry. It is hard to fight people with money. And is it worth civilly suing someone who doesn't have money? No, because there's nothing to collect. We're not talking about criminal, we're talking about civil. So if the person doesn't have money, so I guess only the people with money are the ones that are worth going after? I don't like that thought. I don't know. I think a lot of things need to change. People say, oh, kids didn't used to disappear like they do nowadays. There's more sexual assault. No. You just hear about it more. Look at all the people buried in the West backyard. Look at all these, kids disappeared all the time, and adults, and no one reported them missing. Serial killers, they pick people that aren't going to be missed. Look at John Wayne Gacy. Look at how long he went on. But until he picked a person who was missed. And that's usually how they get stopped. They pick the wrong victim. Someone that someone cares about. If you stick with throwaway societies, society's throwaways, you're more likely to get away with it because there's there's nobody to say anything to call you on the carpet about. No, she's not passed. Somebody said Billy Joe's Leilani Simon's mother died. Somebody said Dale died. No. Somebody said Dawn. People are saying all these people connected to Candus died that are still alive, so I don't know. Yes. Oh yeah. Absolutely. Sandy, what a wonderful thing to say. That's a wonderful thing to say. I think Candus is the daughter of her uncle. That's no, absolutely not true. No. Absolutely not true. Candus is Jim Bly's daughter. Orrin was a whole entire country away when Candy got pregnant with Candus. Hey, babe, I'm so glad you made it. And I got to send you a message on that project that we were working on. It looks like it might be a go. So I got to get up to speed on that, too. What is this? I believe her so-called father believes she was her. Oh, no, she is. No, there's no doubt. They look okay. Absolutely. Hello, Carol. Yes, this is the act that E. Jean Carroll used. Yes. And I think there's a rapper too. I don't know those rappers' names, but yeah, there's quite a few actors. Isn't that Masterson? I think that was under this. Really listen to learn. So you're from Grantsburg. Yeah, Jim. Most people that knew Jim said he was a great guy. Had a lot of friends. What? Oh my god. I never even look at that, Sandy. Really? Only 8 people thumbed up my talk? I can't see that. That's okay. Oh, Prismo. Hey, babe. Always glad to see you. Why is my avatar gone? I can see it. That's very odd. You know, Jim, actually, Candy's mother was a really, really sweet person. I don't know what happened there. She helped raise the girls. Good night. Good night, Listen to Learn. Thank you for joining us. Oh, good. 50 thumbs up. That's okay. I just like the conversation. I like the brainstorming. So, what happened to her father? Candus's father? No, he died about 6 months before Summer went missing, I think. He had been sick for a very long time. Very long time. His health was declining around the time Rose went missing, so 2009. So he was ill for a long time. Oh, Sandy, thanks for worrying about that, hon. Oh, Carol, yes. I try to answer every question, which makes me get way behind in chat sometimes. Occasionally I have to skip over like a half hour's worth of questions. But, you know, that's what this is about. Asking questions, answering questions, brainstorming. Rumsey isn't saying much. She had such good insight last time. I was really kind of blown away by some of the questions she asked. Okay, what else is there to talk about? Derrick Williamson. Anybody familiar with that? Sonia, I like it when you do that. Just because that looks cool. Never seen anybody do that before. Or should we just call it a night? I made it a lot further than I thought I would. Thanks, you guys, for cheering me up, putting me in a better frame of mind. I guess I just needed to be around like-minded people. Unless you guys got a topic or a question. What else was I going to discuss? Wait, there was something I saw that someone keeps saying that I thought I need to set that straight. Just a second. Thanks, Sandy. I think we always have a great chat. We've got some great minds in here. Bertie, you mean that? Yes, where he asked him about his relationship with Candus in a very crude way. That was very disgusting. Very disgusting. That's not a parent talking to their minor child. And I thought that H was equally disgusting. I like dark stew. Oh my God. It's like a whole world that thankfully I know nothing about and am not around. Is there anything you know you've never shared before? Oh, definitely. But usually the things that I know that I haven't shared, I'd get in trouble for sure. As far as Rose's case, they don't like me talking about it. The Summers case, yeah. You know, when Summers' case is over, God willing, we do see an end to it. I got some blockbusters. So, yeah. Yeah, Candace did not go to the funeral, of course. They are not getting the kids back. That's been decided for a while. They will not get Summer back either. It's not been finalized by the court as of yet, to my knowledge. So that's what I've been told. What? You want to go first? Okay, what did I miss? Is there a basement in one of the Wells sheds? I don't. I've never heard that. I've never heard that. I've seen some videos of the sheds. I didn't see where there could be a basement, but I suppose it's possible. My grandfather's garage, you couldn't call it a basement, but underneath from the back side, I mean, you drove into the garage and then it was like a walkout houses nowadays where in the back, the pigs lived under the garage. So, but I don't see any walkout entrances to the sheds. Who knows? That land is ancient, isn't it? And has a lot of things come and go on it. What's Chris going to say? You want to go first? Oh no, don't get me. Yes, I did share a couple of those stories. Why did LA say proof of life at home that day? Betty, what they said was Summer was reported by her mother to have last been seen at her home. Think about that wording. Think about the wording of that. I don't think that the age progressions look very much like Summer. But that's just my opinion. I could be totally wrong. Allegedly, Don cannot sell or borrow money on that property because Karen had a conditional will. She had a lot of conditions in there, and that was one of them. She wanted that property to remain in the family. So, I don't know. Don talks a lot about that, doesn't he? I don't think his family in Utah wants him there, except Sonia. I know Margie and her husband wanted to move to Tennessee to be near Don. I don't know. Is there any state that wants to give Don and Candus sanctuary? I don't know. I don't think Tennessee is real fond of him either. Oh, okay. It's to the left of the driveway before you get to the house they lived in. Cam said there was in one. Did Cam show it, Rebecca? The tree trimmers saw Candus, Candy, and Summer leave that morning, yeah. Might I ask if little Donnie ever drove a semi... No. No. Was that one of his stories? No. 5 or 6? No. You couldn't reach the... No. That's not possible. You couldn't reach the pedals. You wouldn't be able to shift. You know the transmissions in those trucks, how many gears they have? No, that's not possible. Just another Don story, I believe. Yeah. They said reported by her mother. So kind of what David Dodson, when we went over his interview, he was very clear to say what came from Candus, and what came from Don, what he was told versus what he saw. Well, this information came from Candus. He knew. That's how I understood the deed, by reading it. Hi, Lisa Klockner. Hey, welcome. You're joining us late. Good to see you here, hon. I thought Ellie said that the Warriors video was proof of life. Yes, they said that was the last video of Summer. That, yes. I do recall them. Oh, hi, Abundance Crates. I forgot to welcome you. Yes, missing in the early afternoon. Yes. But then they also said, that she went missing at 6 or 6:30. I just read that in an account recently, and I'm like, well, Don got the call that she went missing at 5:30, so she was missing before 6:30. I don't think there's any doubt about that. Well, what does early afternoon mean exactly? I mean, they were swimming at 12:21. They were at Sonic at 2. They dropped Hunter off at almost 3, 2:45, 3. That's all time I would consider early afternoon. By 4, I would not consider that early afternoon. I don't know. You have to read kind of between the lines. Okay, and I'm going to go to something in Rose's case because, there was a lot of rumor going around that she was found in the house. This is in town, in the house at the party that she went to. And so police wanted to stop the rumors that she had been found and said, this is their statement they issued, there is no truth to the rumor that Rose Bly's body was found in a house in Frederick. Okay, they didn't say she wasn't killed in the house in Frederick, right? They said her body was not found in the house. So look and, think about what they're really saying in this case. Look at how things are worded, because I think that's important. You can give the impression, if you're good at this, you can give the impression of something that you're saying that you're not saying. I think law enforcement's being very, very precise in what they say. So, last reported by her mother to be missing. Everybody wants to make sure that they qualify information they heard from Candus as being from Candus. Oh, thank you, Carol. That makes me feel like it's worth me being here. I try to be informative. I never heard that laid up in the back of the truck. And I don't know how he would see that because, it had a topper on it, right? So they're up in the trees, or I don't think they could. And the topper had, film. It had dark panels. So, yeah, I don't think laid up in the back of the truck. Well, did they mean the back seat of the truck? Maybe she was still sleepy. Maybe that's a possibility, right? It was early. 8. They left the house at 8. Don said someone was still sleeping at 7:30, so did Candus just grab her and throw her in the back seat? I know if I was in a vehicle at 8, and my friends can attest to this, I would be sleeping. I would not be sitting up in a vehicle at that time of the morning. Oh, am I way behind? Oh, Charisse, I guess I missed you. Yeah, there's no 5-year-old kid that is going to be able to work through the gears of a semi or reach the pedals. A 5-year-old can't even drive a car, much less a commercial vehicle. There's just no way. And I know because I drove a commercial vehicle. I heard the guy that lived behind took a truck to the junkyard that evening. That was Fred. He said he had to, what were the times there? I'd have to go back and look now. 4? He said the junkyard closed at 4. And I looked and the junkyard did not close at 4. But then someone said that you had to be there by 4 or 4:30. Don't quote me, I can't remember the exact times at this moment. I'd have to go back and look, but so that made more sense. Because it would take a while to check it in and everything. But yeah, I did check the closing time of the junkyard that he went to. So, and then Candus was over at Fred's with the drugs at 4:30, according to several sources, and was seen by a couple of people. And Fred was not home at that time. So that story at least checks out. I think we all do Crafting with Amy. You know, Dior Kuntz is the one that bothers me the most as far as missing children. Little Quentin, I got to go look and see what happened with in court today with Leilani. Although this is just emotion. It was just a motion hearing today. It wasn't anything, it's going to really be decided about the case. Fridays are motion, almost always. Fridays in a courtroom are motion days. They don't hear anything to do with cases those days, so. He said it on a live drug interview. And I don't know why Summer over all these other children. I don't know why Summer has that popularity. Blonde-haired, blue-eyed, white woman syndrome. She does. Her personality really comes out in her pictures, though, doesn't it? And we see so many pictures. I think that's part of it. And I ask the same question about the Watts case. Why everybody was so fascinated. Now, I did not watch the Watts case, follow it at all. I know nothing about it. I know one of the little girls' names was Cece and Shanann. That's pretty much all I know about that. And he put him in an oil drum or something. But Chris Coleman did the exact same thing. Had a mistress, killed his wife and 2 daughters. Same basic situation as Chris, because I don't know Chris Watt. Why are they both named Chris? Ooh. But he worked for Joyce Meyer, which was she's a televangelist or whatever. I know a lot of people follow her. And started dating his wife's girlfriend and then staged the whole thing to kill. But that wasn't a big deal. That didn't blow up. People didn't talk about that. So I've asked that question a couple times, and people said it's because of social media. It's because Shanann took so many pictures and videos of her girls and documented their lives on social media, whereas, Chris Coleman was earlier. And so that might be why Summer has so much more attention, which would be due to Candus taking so many pictures and videos, posting them on all these different platforms that we feel like we have a connection with her, that we know her. I think, in my opinion. No, I did not see that, little Jeff. I think there's a lot of that. That has to be a hard job. I think I'd be good at that because I'm very calm in an emergency. I don't panic. I don't think that's a job everybody can do. Even if you're trained, I think you have to have some certain qualities, particular to that job. But Ellie didn't say the Warriors video was filmed 6:15. No, but the metadata on that did say 6:15 at 12:21. Several creators have done a video on that. Michelle Lux probably did the best one, or Michelle Lux. And she went through and showed her computer screen and how she went through and everything and exactly how it worked out. And it did come up to exactly the time that Candus said. I think I'm behind, aren't I? JW said it interviewed the advocates. Yeah, I know. They tried everything. I'm not sure what that means. Tried everything to not have kids. Do they not know what causes kids? I don't even want to go there. Obviously, Candus is fertile myrtle, isn't it? And she doesn't lack for sperm donors either. Oh, I remember the embezzlement. Yeah, there's a lot of embezzlement around here, I'll tell you. Usually, like, treasures of charities, youth groups, anything that doesn't have the proper internal controls. Didn't Lawson ask why did it take Candus 4 hours to report someone missing? I think he asked why to find out what happened during the 3 hours of... Just a minute. I gotta yell at my cat. Well, that was a waste of time. If you did. Okay, wait a minute. Hi, Lori Miller. Yeah, she's definitely had a little charm, didn't she? To her? Robin certainly saw that sparkle. David Dotson said too that she just liked people. I don't think there's any doubt that she had some learning difficulties and she wasn't very verbal. Hopefully when she started school, they would have noticed that and addressed that, because I can't see Candus, getting any help for any of that. Although that's just my opinion, allegedly. Uh-oh, it's an utter mess over there. Another mess over where? Oh, Hawkins County, you mean? Don's full of BS. Absolutely full of it. And getting fuller by the looks of the pictures lately, right? Yeah. I don't believe he was driving loads of drugs down to Mexico for the cartel either. That's bullshit too. If you're Don Wells and you're as bumbling as you are and you get arrested for almost everything you've ever done and you're not very smart, no cartel is gonna, I mean, those people are crafty. Don's not crafty. He has a criminal cunning, but he's not smart. So nobody's gonna, no. I'm sorry. That's just Don trying to make it sound like he's a big drug kingpin. He likes to make it like it sound like he knows all about all of this underworld activity, and I don't believe a word of that. Oh, Sharice, hi, thanks. Yes, cars have to be there by 4. I thought someone said that. I don't think that it was earlier than 6:15. There's too many sightings of her on 6:15. Hi, Lori Miller. Where's Monkey? Oh, Brandy. Oh, I thought my monkey was in here. Where is my monkey? I don't think that they gave her away. I don't think that, although anything could happen, but my opinion is if they planned to give her away or do something to her, they would have gotten rid of the drugs and done, the things they did after she went missing before that, because they would have planned it better. And they know that, police and searchers were coming. But that's one of the kingpins of my theory. Bella and Z. Oh, the Watts girls? Z? I thought one was Cece. Bella. Yeah. Yes, I agree too. Hi, Debbie. People keep questioning me about that. And I said I sent people to Sonic. I know, I think 5 people that went to Sonic and talked to the manager. And I had specific questions that I had them ask about food and things. One of my friends even bought a blue slushie and drank it and then showed me a picture of her tongue to show that it didn't stain. Somebody said, "Who are you to send anybody there?" Like, well, I'm the YouTube creator, no different than everyone else. Okay. Well, the manager said that they remembered Summer and that she was giggling. They remembered her giggle. And they said that she was on tape and that law enforcement did take their tape. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know anything about kids. I don't have any kids. Like a creator just called me today. I'm barren. Okay. Anyway, thank And that's a whole nother story that I won't get into. When they do metadata, do they account for the possibility? Okay. You can change the date on postings, but I don't believe you can change the metadata on the phone, is my understanding of that. I mean, I can go in and change the dates on a Facebook post to show that it was taken on a different time. But I don't know. That's a good question. I don't totally understand that. But I don't know. If she was able to change the dates on things, she would have showed the date and time stamp to the milk jug video like she promised Theresa she would, and she did not. So, what does that tell you? I think you can infer something from that. Hi, Shirley Hinkle. Yeah, I don't know too much about Chris Watts. I was watching Donna Serafina's chat a couple days ago, just because I'm keeping track of her predictions, prognostications, and some people were in there swearing that Chris Watts was innocent. He was framed. His mistress and, I don't know, her boyfriend or someone killed him and framed Chris. I don't know. Some people think Scott Peterson is innocent too. That is true. Shirley, that is right. Yep, she was hanging with shady people. Hi, Nana for Life. Good to see you here. Thank you for coming. Look at Eve and her little snowflakes and snowmen. That's so cute. I heard June 6th. I have a screenshot that says June 6th. And yes, I know. I would say at least 12 people that saw it at the beginning. They didn't think that it was important at that point. I mean, that was very early on. But law enforcement will know all that. Cornbread Mafia. Yeah, that's a blast from the past, isn't it? Oh, those guys lived it up back in the day, didn't they? But they wouldn't be functioning now with all the legal marijuana. I mean, they depended on the crime. I think Don agreed to rat on people to stop himself from going to jail. Don goes to jail all the time. If Don was a confidential informant, he wouldn't have been arrested for that DWI. That would have disappeared. Because they don't mess with you on little things like that. Well, I don't think Don, what would he know? I don't think he knows anything. I don't think he really has any friends or business associates, does he? That's just my thought. Hi, we're Summer. Who would I say is the smartest one of the three? Candy. Definitely. Candy. I think Don's mantra is baffle him with bullshit. And we know Candus isn't all that smart. Candy's definitely, of the three of them, the smartest. Even Don admitted that. Okay. Was it the day or the day before that strange people wandering around looking for kids? Is there any more about that? The strangers were CPS workers looking for the family. I don't know. Are you talking about the alleged phone call to Don about someone on the property touching kids? That whole thing doesn't even make any sense because they said that that guy had been there for a week on the property. So, I mean, had he been there a week touching, what kids was he touching? The boys were inside, right? If that's the one you're talking about, I don't know. CPS workers would have knocked on the door. I mean, I don't know. CPS obviously wasn't coming that day because they didn't come that day, right? I mean, nobody talked about CPS showing up. Yeah, kids. Cleveland, yeah. Oh, okay. All right. Thanks, Kirst. The baby boy. Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay. My theory, in my opinion, allegedly, is that they don't need any more information surrounding the sightings. I think they already know the who, what, where, and why. I think they just don't have enough evidence. I think they already know, where. I mean, if they came out and confirmed she was seen at Sonic, what would that do? They've already talked to the manager. They have the tape. So they don't need any of us to confirm that for them, right? I mean, I think the sightings that they know of, the confirmed sightings, have already been confirmed. Does that make sense? Oh no, my phone is going dead. Rumsey, hi, hon. Could be. I don't know. That's an angle. Lemon, bittersweet. Hi, hon. Oh yes. I love your name. Just a minute, I got a problem with my phone's going dead. I don't know if I can rescue it or not. Well, Lori, the problem with that is that CBS had been coming to visit, so I mean, they'd come several times, so if Summer was going to say something, she could have. I'm not totally sure there was anything for her to tell. And I don't know. I don't believe that theory. Although I guess it's possible, but there really isn't any evidence or anything that they needed to get rid of her. I think Summer was child abused that caused death and she was thrown out, and the next day. Could be. I don't know. We don't know. We don't know. Everything we're saying here is just theorizing, kicking things around, brainstorming. I missed you earlier because you asked such good questions last time that made me think. I like questions that make me think. Get my wheels turning. Candy Prim, welcome. Hello. A few people on TikTok thought it was posted March, taken down, then reposted. I did ask the detective about the video, and he said it can't be used. Yeah, the milk jug video? Yeah. Exactly. Oh, you can adjust the date on Facebook. Yeah, there's a way to change the date on posts. But yeah, the internal clock. Yeah, EU. Candus is not that technically efficient. And Don is even less. So, yeah. Yeah, you can, but I believe that does not change the metadata date. I could be wrong. Does anyone know who was the first YouTube channel that spoke first on Summer Wells' case? I do not know. I don't. I'm sorry, little dove. J for Justice? Could be. Yeah, that's not, Lori, that's not the oldest boy, that's the middle boy in the motocross outfit. And there is a TikTok video of him in the motocross outfit too, that same day. That was from earlier. Yeah, that was an old picture. But, that's, what was she doing at 6:09 on Facebook anyway? Why wasn't she looking for Summer since Summer went missing at, she called Don at 5:30. And at 6, she's on Facebook? I don't know. Well, I don't know if, the CPS was there several times, making suggestions on improvements and things. Yeah. And could you believe anything he said anyway? Oh, thanks, Lori. That's why we're here, just to talk it out. Okay, I'll find that. They released that. That was at a press conference, and they released that photo of the swimming hole and said that was more what she looked like at the time she disappeared. Okay, that was Ansley. That was, I think, Ansley Daniels that said that. That Leslie told her that was the last confirmed sighting. Yeah, Scott Peterson. You just looking at him, you can, in my opinion, textbook sociopath. He's just so arrogant and narcissistic and just, I just can't stand to look at him. My goodness. Who do you think made up the planting flowers script? Candy. Maybe. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I used to think Candy wrote the script. However, then when she gave that interview, she flubbed it up. So if she wrote it, she would know it. And I think if Candy wrote the script, it would make sense, honestly. Because I think Candy's smart. So, Yeah, I think that came from Candus. But seriously, does any of that look like it had recently been disturbed? Did we see any empty succulent pots from the plants they supposedly planted? I mean, there was weeds in there. None of that looked like it was recently done to me. Nico was the baby boy. That's a cute name. Yes, they were from Kentucky in the 70s, I believe. The last remaining one of them got out of prison recently, I believe. Derrick Williamson, Amy. Oh, my phone's going crazy. Well, uh-oh. If I suddenly disappear, you'll know why. He went camping with his parents and uncle. Cutest little shit, just like Quentin Simon, just adorable little baby, and disappeared into thin air. And what I'm thinking is, and this is just me, my theory, I'm not sure he was ever even at that campground. You know how people that kill their kids, like fake it, like, take an empty baby stroller into Walmart to be on camera and then claim that somebody stole the baby when they never even really were there? I don't know. Or did they kill him at the campground? Because I think his parents did it. And after his parents got divorced, they found his boots and coat that he was allegedly wearing at the time in the house. So, yeah, they're the local. But was Ansley always on the case? Wasn't there there was another girl that reported at first? I like Ansley. She answers my texts on Twitter. I read the Wells did report Summer missing for several days. I read the Wells. I don't understand that. I read the Wells did report. Or did you mean didn't report? Yeah, it narrows the time down for us, but I don't think law enforcement's really concerned with social media. I don't think they care what we think. In my opinion, what makes Summer's case out of the norm? Okay, if you listen to that, they said it's out of the norm because they weren't able to narrow it down. I can't remember the exact words, but I did listen to that. And they said it's out of the norm because there were still, all possibilities were open, and there were so many things involved. As to other cases, they're usually able to narrow it down to one thing, like kidnap, abduction, wandered away. And I can't remember the exact way they worded it, but I did listen to it again recently a couple of times. And I believe that's what I took from that, what he meant. Said it's out of the norm. Yeah, it had something to do with how they were unable to narrow it down to a likely possibility. Oh, I don't remember. But Birdies, that doesn't necessarily mean that they didn't think she was still alive then. They went back allegedly months talking to people that had lived in the house, visited the house. Maybe they just wanted to know, not necessarily anything to do with the timeline, but what they were doing, what condition she was in, what people she was around. More like that rather than if she was actually alive. More like just trying to piece together the story. Talk to people, see what their impressions were. When like a timeline of this case when started until today. Yeah. You mean as far as people that popped up covering the case? Psst. There's still channels starting out on this case. And when you look in like Chris McDonough's last summer thing, I saw people there in chat, like, did they search the basement? I mean, it's people that it's almost like they haven't even heard of the case until, yesterday. So, I don't know. I kind of wonder if you're a creator, how the hell would you get up to speed on all that had happened? It's like Rose Bly's case. I got somebody helping me. I don't know if I should say that now. Yeah, forget that. I need to edit that out. But anyway, I'm trying to get someone up to speed on Rose's case, and there's just so much in how. I mean, it's like, what is that game with the Tinker Toy game with the little wooden balls that connected with all the rods, and you made like a, I don't know, microbe, or you can tell I don't have a science background whatsoever. Neuron. I don't know what the hell. But anyway, like each person is connected in some way to everyone else. They're all connected. And it's just kind of mind-boggling. And how do you explain all that? And so much of what you find online, like on the Rose Bly boards, half of it's been deleted. So you're missing the context of everything. Plus, some people have been outed as liars. Some of that information's been debunked, but you wouldn't know that if you're just going back and looking at it. So, I don't know. I feel like if you're going to follow a case, it's best to start right at the beginning because it's pretty hard to get up to speed later. And that's my opinion. I know Tiffany said she was the first. I'm not sure. What day does Summer actually go missing? She went missing on the 15th, Rumsey. And that's when they were reported. I believe that absolutely, Crystal Curiosity. We are on the same page. Okay, wait. Am I way behind? I'm going to have to switch down after this. I often wonder if CW and Grime pushed to go get cigarettes at night, and not that they could force him, but timing was. I mean, that's a good observation because from what I've seen, yeah, Candy and Candus were always trying to throw Don under the bus. Although I hate that expression because Candy's the one that called Don in Utah and told him that, he better come home because Jose was there. And I think they were hoping that he would come and beat the hell out of Jose and go to jail. And then remember the fake domestic violence 911 call where Candace said that Don broke her thumb and I don't know, did some other things, roughed her up. And I heard that and I thought, that's Candy. That's Candy. I know that's Candy. And that's the kind of thing she does. And that's her MO. And sure enough, Candy was the one that made that 911 call. See, they're always trying to, but then the cops came and saw that was bullshit, so they didn't do anything about it. But yeah, oh yeah, they love to get done in jail and out of there. They were always conspiring. Wouldn't there be blood? Yes. Well, did they lumino? There would be blood spatter. And I doubt Candus would know the first thing about cleaning up blood spatter. Did you see the floor in the main level is just sheets of plywood, so there's no way to clean it up out of that. I mean, those things were pretty heavily stained. Yeah, I have the original Nana. I have the original video and picture. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't think it was taken that day. But you don't know. Hi, BC Proud. Annie B, I don't know if I said hi to you. J for Justice. We got all kinds of candidates. We should set up a poll. But Summer was barely verbal. Would she be able to articulate what happened to her? Or even think that was something worth... Well, I don't want to get into this because I don't believe anything was untoward was happening to her. Until I see evidence of that. Yeah, I'm not going to believe that. Candy said she didn't think so. I don't know. Did you hear Jody Sue say that there was never anything between Hunter and Candus? And she was around that whole time. She said no, it was not. It was just, buddies. Candus seems mentally to be about 15. With the gang signs and the drinking and being cool and swearing or talking about sex. And I don't know, she just seems juvenile, I think. That's her persona. And, is that, I don't know, it's kind of like Don wanting to be a big, organized crime guru. Oh, no, I don't believe. Okay. Yes. Deletion is a problem. However, some people say things that would get their channel deleted, so they delete the video. Some people say things that are so obviously wrong, and I guess they think that nobody has recorded that and they can just delete it and it'll disappear. But it's never gone. That could be, Lori. That could be. That could be. Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. The one picture of Summer with the shaved head has always looked to me like one of her brothers. No, I never thought that. Summer was a little dainty thing. I think none of the boys really look particularly alike. I don't see a similarity there at all. Do you? All the kids look very different. I don't know. I'm not going to comment on that. I don't know if you're being sarcastic or not. It looks like you are. Well, Candace said that Candy wanted to, but she told her it was illegal. I can believe Candy because I know she loves flowers and gardening, wanting to dig up flowers. And Candace did take pictures of flowers. However, the problem with that story is I can't see Candace worrying about something being illegal. But that's just me. Well, no, Skim Zone, they give away peppermint candy free at Sonic, I'm told. So, she might have been given that. She would mess it up on purpose if she was the one that wrote the script so that it didn't look like her. Yeah, but that caused her break up with Candace. So I don't think she would do that on purpose. And she did tell her friend that she lied. So what she lied about, I don't know. No, I don't believe the flower planting story either. Yes. It's DEORR. Kunz, yes. Okay. What state was that in? For one thing, a bear? You're gonna scream. And it's gonna leave traces. I don't believe the bear. I thought his dad was innocent. I don't know. That's very puzzling. Yes. I often wonder what good posters really do, but I know some people do get found from that, amazingly enough. Oh, thank you, Damrus. Thank you very much. Yeah, good night. Yeah. Candy has a green thumb. So, yeah, it didn't look like she had. Well, but the plants were all around her trailer there, weren't they? But they didn't look very well attended to there. Bringing up the kidnap poster, an interesting fact about the kids' pictures on the milk cartons. Remember that? Was that Eaton Pat's? Or was it, the little Walsh boy? I can't remember who the first one was on the milk carton, but anyway, that was a craze. I remember that. And out of all those years and all those pictures, only one child was ever found from that, and it was a girl who found herself. She was eating cereal, looking at the milk carton, and saw her own picture on it. That was it. They finally quit that because it just wasn't working. Yes, Bianca Murray, thank you. Thank you, birdies. Okay, could be. I'm working on that. I am working on that. Actually. Not to jam her up, but to talk to the person she told about what's going on. Oh. People comment about my laugh quite a bit. Yeah, Evil Exists she really puts out a lot of content, doesn't she? Yeah, we've talked back and forth a little bit lately. No, not Lincoln Logs, but no, I had those too. Tinker Toys? Is it Tinker Toys? I think it's Tinker Toys. Do you think? I don't know, and I don't know why they all have different channels anyway. Isn't one enough? I mean, and if you lose a channel, you can't Banivate and go live anyway, so why do you need another channel? I don't know. I can hardly run this, but then it's not my livelihood, so it's just more of a hobby. Tinker Toys, thank you. If I was up with chat, I would have seen that a long time ago. I'd have to look at what bears were in that area because, oh yeah, a bear doesn't just quietly carry you off. And I mean, like with Summer's case, I don't even think that's a possibility. Black bears, they don't attack people. That's so rare. Now grizzly would be different. Black bear's not going to attack you. There's black bears all over here in residential areas, and people, watch them like birds. Post pictures on Facebook, give them names. When they get hit by a car on the expressway, all people go into mourning. They're like pets here. Oh my god. Did you see this is going to go way off. Oh, just a minute. Scam Zone, go up to the top and click on the little three things, and it's probably set on top chat, and you want all chat. So just change that, and then you'll see all the messages. I don't know why they started that. Why they did that. Okay, wait. Oh, speaking of a voice changer, I thought that was funny. Benny Keys, Smiley filed a criminal complaint against Benny for stalking and harassment. So that went to court, and Benny did a live of the Zoom court hearing. And yeah, in it, Smiley said that she thought that Benny used a voice changer and was calling into her live several times as a different people. Just thought that was funny. Voice changer. I have seen a voice changer on a couple of creators' Amazon wish lists. I don't know. I use my real name everywhere I go, on every platform, literally, and always have, so I don't need a voice changer. If John was around, with what would have called 911? Oh yeah, I absolutely believe that was Summer. Absolutely, that's a very good point. I'm going to leave that up here for a while. Oh yeah, there's no doubt. Yeah, the way they always want to get him out of there and get him in jail, you're absolutely correct. Unless it would also incriminate them, but yeah. And anyway, Candus has actually blamed Don a couple times, hasn't she? They said, do you think Don did it? Well, I don't know. I'm not sure he was at work. Yeah, she's kind of, but she doesn't want to go full on because I think she doesn't want him to come back on her. I think. Okay, my big news? No, Rumsey, but the big things happened today in that. So I'm working on it. You'll understand why. I can't really say until I get it nailed down. But yeah, it's going to take a lot of work on my part, but it's going to be interesting. And I don't mean to tease you, but it's going to make some people mad. Wait, the reason I say this is because I'm screwing this up day and night, and the creators always knew about each other's lives. There's no way they could. Well, there is a certain creator that is on day and night as himself, moderating and on panels. I've seen it 8 in the morning until 3 in the morning. All day Thanksgiving Day and the day after Thanksgiving. I don't know. Do these people not have families? I don't know. The red canoe went to Kathy. It was strapped on top of the Suburban that Kathy bought. Wasn't it Kathy that bought that? Yes. The red canoe was on the top of it. I actually have video and a picture of it pulling out onto Beach Creek from Ben Hill with the canoe on the top of it. Oh, BC proud. I am way. Okay, I'm gonna mix down. Okay, I'm gonna go down so I'm not so far behind you guys. So you might have to ask. Oh, thank you, Rumsey. I don't mean to be a tease. It's not like a lead on, like stay tuned, cliffhanger type thing. But I think this is big, and it's something that's very important to me. But at the same time, I have to take into account that, it's bringing up a trauma for these people. And so I'm just going slow. And whatever they're comfortable with is what we're going with. I have no desire to ruin someone's life or put them in a mental crisis. That's the last thing I want to do. I've heard of that name, Birdie. Joe Clyde Daniels. I've heard of that name, but I'm not familiar with that case. Okay, yeah, Don and Candus, yes. Rumor has it Pam caught Don kissing Candus out on the porch. I heard one of Pam's daughters introduced Candus to Don, although they were both doing drywall there, so they could have met through that too. I don't know. That's never really been nailed down. Well, I'm not monetized, so I'm not making any money. Actually, in order for this to not be deleted, I just had to sign up for more monthly storage on StreamYard. Plus, I got a bigger tier, but it's like a hobby. Do you really have a backup channel? Oh my God. She doesn't want to go for long because she doesn't want to be questioned by law enforcement more than what she has been. Are we talking about Candus? See, oh yes, everybody welcome Rumsey. She's really been a good addition to the channel. Yeah, I don't know what. Well, I'm sure the Wells would sell the clothes off their back for cigarette money. Candus would, anyway. Oh, hi, Danny. I'm sorry I didn't welcome you. Don is not from Wisconsin, Rumsey. Don is from Utah. Don's dad is from Ohio. And when he got married to his first wife, then he moved to Utah because she was from Utah. You know, that's really sad. Autistic children do not have a long lifespan, a lot of them. And it's really sad. Very sad. You know, little Deb. I argued with Brooks about that. I know she keeps saying that. Well, you know, you're spending your time. And, you know, I can see once I start doing like the videos, how much work that's going to take. And, you know, and yeah, you think of all with the databases and the StreamYard and everything. I know I spend $300 a month just on that stuff, not counting my time. But, you know, it's not a job, it's a hobby, right? So it's hobby money. Along with all the quilting fabric and kits and things I buy too. I just bought myself a really nice Christmas present today. I can't wait till it comes. It's an antique sewing box. Yeah, I have the best chat. I really do. I really think that. Oh, that's all right. Oh, hey, hon. How you doing? You're all done with work for the week now? Hopefully. Boy, you whipped through that pretty quickly. You know, the really sad thing about that, not that I comment on people's looks, I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but in some of those pictures, she actually does have a bra on. It's just like the most ill-fitting bra I've ever seen because you can see the bra straps. She needs to go to an actual lingerie store and have a bra fitting. I'm not kidding. Let's lift and separate the girls. Get them up and out of there. How about crafting with Amy, drafting with Amy, rafting with Amy? What else? Now you just got me being silly. You guys got me out of my crying mood. Now I'm in a much better mood. How they decided to move to Rogersville? They lived in Arkansas, and then Don's mother got cancer and was very ill. So they moved to Rogersville, allegedly to take care of her. And then she caught MRSA, unfortunately, and passed away. Oh, hi, Tragedy Pimps Exposed. Yeah, I don't like to go over 2 hours, but we're just been chatting away. I gotta have to wrap it up here pretty soon. Oh, Amy is crafty. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I think that's Dior Kunst. Yes. Yes, Amy, we are thinking of the same person. I would think Thanksgiving would be a time when you would want to spend with your kids, your children, your young children. That's what Thanksgiving is all about. I was really impressed with Harsh Reality because he's in the UK, which of course doesn't have Thanksgiving, but he said he realizes that 80% of his subs are from the United States. And so out of respect to us, he was not going to do post a video on Thanksgiving. Kudos to him. Seriously. There's someone that values family and values their subs. And, realizes that instead of watching, a video on Thanksgiving, that we should be celebrating with our family. I don't even think I used my phone that day. Well, because I was cooking for like 8 hours. Other than that, yep, you're right. They do have yes, you're right. You're right, little dove. I will consider that. I don't want to be called a tragedy pimp making money off of missing children, though, because that would really hurt me. But then I doubt I would. I don't have a very big channel, so I don't know. I doubt that. No, I don't want people sending me money. Everybody's hard up. Oh, now I'm going to start crying again. There's so many people that need money so much worse than I do. I am very blessed. I spent 42 years at UPS. I have a good pension. I had the Cadillac of medical insurance free that whole entire time. Wonderful benefits. And even though it was hell almost that whole time, I got to say now, kick back, let my pension money hit my bank account every month is a blessing. So if I can use some of that money to help, in any way, then I consider it money well spent. And I will not rest until Rose Bly's killers are brought to justice. So, they can tell me to shut up all they want. Once they show me some progress, I might cut back a little bit, but other than that, I think prodding and poking is a good thing. All I do is eat and true crime. Oh my God, you guys, I got shrimp sitting here. Oh my God. Oh, that's hilarious. I'm going to be thinking of that for the next few days. I'm going to screenshot this so I can run across it and laugh later. Poke an eye out. Oh my God. Yes, Dior. Oh my God. Thank you. You guys brought me out of it here. Well, it's just going to be a learning curve, and I have a brand new Samsung S23 Note. I'm so glad to get that little S Pen back. S. And it's been sitting here for a few days. Because I hate the learning curve. I hate transferring. I hate setting it up. Such an effort. But I'm going to have to do that. And I might need a new computer too. Well, if I'm going to really, I'm kind of on the fence. Like, am I going to go full bore with this? I mean, I also have my retreat business and my quilting and my quilt commission. So it's not like, plus I'm researching a couple of other murder cases for people that have contacted me. So other than Rose, but Rose is my main focus, of course. All hail reaps what you sow. Yes. Now we have the best chat. So funny. Welcome. Oh, I do have a heart. I do. I am not here to make money. I am not here for clout or fame or clicks or views. I appreciate every single one of you. You know, I don't think for a minute I don't look at other channels, what they say, you know, their titles, how they lure people in. And, you know, there's a lot of things on YouTube for creators that tell you how to do that, how to get more subs and everything. And there is no doubt if I, you know, posted some clickbait stuff or clipped some stuff out of context and made it sound like something it wasn't, or picked a fight with another creator publicly and we went at each other, I would definitely grow my channel, but that's not me. I'm not going to do that. Yes. Would you please? Well, I downloaded Canva, so now I have to get up to speed on that, and I'm sure that's going to be another monthly charge. My friend's daughter is missing here in Virginia and hasn't been seen since 5 a.m. Is that 5 today? I'm so sorry to hear that. Did you hear me tell about a lady here in town that her son, I think he was 13 or 15. They lived downtown in the inner city, and he went for a walk or went skateboarding or something and didn't come home. He hadn't been home in, 3 or 4 hours. She worked it. She was a master at using social media. She had everybody and their brother sharing those posts out there walking the streets. I just watched that in amazement. And they found him right away. I mean, he wasn't, it wasn't criminal or wasn't doing anything criminal or, she was just concerned and she worked it. So if you get right on and do it right, I think that social media is an awesome thing for that. I know, reap what you sow. Oh, hey, Innocent. How are you, hon? Yes. Okay. How long would you say Don and Candus lived on Ben Hill Road in Tennessee before Summer went missing? They moved there in 2009. So 2021, 12 years. 12 years. I don't know as though Don has any criminal associates. I think he's just muddling along, working on his own, doesn't he? I could be wrong. I'm trying to think if he's ever been arrested with anyone. I know in Utah he stole from his boss, stole construction supplies. I'm sure he stole things from Tucker. I was wondering if he had stuff stored in the shed that he'd stolen from work and was worried about that too. Because I'm sure he's... I don't know. Other than drugs. I don't know. It's a possibility. Everything's a possibility. You're a sweetheart. Oh, thank you, Lori. You know, I wasn't even looking for a new phone. I hate getting new devices, but something popped up and said, "Oh, here, do you want this new phone?" And I thought, "Oh, they have a new model out." And you know what? It came in purple. So who cares what it is? If it's purple, I'm getting it. Is that a worm under my name? What? What? Reap what you sow. I might steal that name and change the sow to SEW. Looks like a good name for me. I have different laughs. I do. That's interesting. So funny. No, I don't have a Cash App. I honestly don't. I don't have a Cash App or whatever any of those other things are. I appreciate you worrying about me, though, little dove. I'm okay. I'm all right. I have enough money to support myself, and I know a lot of other people don't. Hello, Sassy Frass. How are you? Just wondering if Don would confide in his pastor regarding Summer. Is that, yes. Yes. If the pastor was acting in a confessional capacity, then that would be protected. I can't see Don confessing to anybody. Who the hell would believe anything he said? Yeah, that's interesting. Oh, just the receipts. Yeah, there was a lot of channels have disappeared or changed their names. It's hard to keep up. I've seen one that's changed her name 3 times in the last month or 2. And then you're like, oh, yes. It seems strange for people that know the Wells are the family. I know. Yeah, I know. That's because people have a set theory. It's confirmation bias. So people have their minds made up. They're not open to new ideas. And then if what they're being told goes against what their positive happened, then they, attack the person. They'd rather, I don't know, why would people want to believe that Summer was abused rather than, essayed, rather than think that that didn't happen? I don't know. I should be in New Hampshire. Isn't that the show me state, or is that Missouri? because you have to prove things to me. I don't take it on rumor. I need evidence, facts. It's like when you do genealogy, you rate it. You try to have 3 sources, and you rate each one as to how reliable they are. That's kind of like how I go about this. I like to hear the same story from at least 2 or 3 people that didn't all hear it from the same person. And then, what is that person's reliability factor? Are they a known liar? I just saw Allie in that Chris McDonough interview talking about the vehicles, the Wells vehicles. And I thought it was interesting because she said, yeah, Candus, I don't know, something with the vehicle she did because, Don drove his white truck to Utah. And I thought, what the fuck is she even talking about? That never happened. That's a lie. Dad bought that white truck in Utah and drove it back. He didn't drive his white truck to Utah. So, where'd she come up with that one? So anyway, I'm saying that to show, is what this person says reliable? Have they been proven reliable in the past? Okay. Yeah, I'd like to do a little introductory thing. And how does a certain creator have a Dolly Parton song playing in her intro and not get a copyright strike for that? I don't know. I'm kind of leery of that. I don't want to get any strikes. That scares me. So, I probably hold back a little more. I'd rather read things than play them because I'm sure playing them is better for people to get the, intonation and mannerisms and things, but I'm worried about getting struck. And, Teresa's former channel, I've been kind of warned off. Ain't that the truth? I'm doing much better after this chat. White Widow Baby, hello. Welcome. I'm doing much better. I don't know. I wasn't doing good at all when I started. I intended to cancel, but still stuff in the shed. Yeah, that was the first thing that came to my mind. Was down there to see if that was gone. He is worried about, I think we're all sisters in crime. Cursed, I got so many things I got to work on this weekend. I got that Jose thing. Oh my God, there's so many videos with people discussing Jose or interviews with Jose or it's going to take me forever to go through all that and then collate it into some free-flowing narrative. Hi, Taz. They moved to Utah because they won't extradite them back here if they're charged with Summer's murder. Well, we don't know that Summer was murdered. We don't know she's dead. And they haven't moved to Utah. Have they? Did they move to Utah today? Where are they going to live if they go to Utah? Nobody wants to claim them. Don't worry about being called a tragedy pimp. Runs to their cash app every time. Yeah. I did. I had someone call me a tragedy pin. It did kind of wound me. I don't think I'm a tragedy pin. Oh, how to quote my t-shirt quote. Crafting, do you have enough money to pay someone to do that? You really only need stitch in the ditch. Or how about if you tie it? Have you thought of tying it? I would do that. Here, Crafting with Lisa 101. I would tie it if I was you. Because, the t-shirt material is a little shifty. And you can do some pretty decorative, fancy knots for tying. So if I was you, I would Google that, and that would be my advice for that. Help us find Tabitha. Who's Tabitha? There's no. I don't think there's proof of child abuse. Cam and Allie's children tested positive for drugs. And that's why they got arrested for child abuse. In order to have child abuse, you have to put your child in immediate danger of death or bodily injury. So drugs is one thing. If you leave your fentanyl laying around and your kid gets into it, then that's child abuse. I don't see. They were neglected, but I don't think it rose to the criminal level. And I know people don't understand that. They say, "Oh, it's obvious. It's obvious they were abused and neglected." Well, in a criminal case, there's statutes and codes, and like in first-degree murder, there's elements to the crime, and you have to prove each and every one of those elements. So the different charges are very specific and laid out exactly to the level of, what has to occur. And I don't see that. I've looked at it, and I don't see where. How can you prove if the boy's hair had tested positive for drugs? Then yes. But apparently, the boys have not revealed anything that requires Dot and Candus being arrested. How can I post a link for Reap What You Sow for the info on the missing of her 15-year-old? Just, copy the link from Google and just put it in chat, Prisma. Just put it in the chat. Oh, I wish I could figure out how to do that stuff. I need an intro. Thank you, Damaris. I appreciate you guys. I'm not going to take money from my friends. Ooh, what are these things? Okay, some more screenshot. More things I need to buy. Share Tabitha's picture, please. How about if I do a community post on it? Reap What You Sow. Share the name and the location again, and I'll Google it. Not being open to everything is dangerous. Yes. Oh, definitely. Yeah. I'm sure Christopher Crowe knows that very well. Okay, I'm just reading chat here. I think we should probably wrap it up. Oh my God, 3.5 hours? Nobody's going to listen to me talk for 3.5 hours on replay. Power director. Oh, I was going to say I have a lot to learn. Add a black blank from the stock video. Taking Ambien? Why are you asking that? Do I sound like I'm falling asleep? It's a little easier now with genetic genealogy. Reap, I'm hoping she sees all that you've wrote. Oh. Okay, where? Okay. Where is that going to be at, Nana for Life? How did this conversation go downhill fast? What did I do? Oh, Crafty with Amy, thank you. Yes. Yes, but Cam's saying that it was faked. It was someone else's hair. Okay, checking convictions, celebration of life. Oh, tragedies, pimps exposed. I would love that. I'll get with you about that. Thanks, hon. I would love help for that. Okay, I'm looking for. Oh yeah, I will continue. Don't worry. Cold shrimp is kind of nasty. Oh well, I can heat it up. Okay, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Where did I'm not seeing prison or report you. So let me know what. Okay, I'm caught up with chat. Thank you, honey. I appreciate it. Report you. So write that, and I'll make a community post about it, or a short or something. Okay. I think I took screenshots. Put it right now in chat for me, and I'm all the way down at the bottom. I'm sorry, I get behind. I try to answer everything. Thank you. What happened? Where did Reap go? I'm sorry, I missed it. Can anybody help me? Tabitha. Where's the last name? Tabitha. Did I miss something? Okay, in Virginia. A girl in Virginia, 15, and her name is Tabitha. Okay, I'll Google that and I'll make a community post about it. Oh, yes. Yeah, and I never have to, time anybody out or anything in mine either. Okay, Tabitha, Virginia. Yeah, and I might dig into a little bit about those 3 girls missing from Kingsport. That is very odd. So close together, about the same age. That has to be connected, doesn't it? I don't know. Anyway, where did Reap What You Sow go to? Oh. I have a machine that will quote, but some of my t-shirts have vinyl. Oh, yeah. Oh, good. Oh, that's good. Oh, good night, Crafting. Thanks for joining us. Okay. Oh, well, good. That's good news. Good news. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up. Oh my God, look at it. We're at 3.5. Okay. I'm going to go eat my shrimp now. So thanks you guys for bringing me on in my doldrums. Well, anytime. Anytime. Sandy Gant, did you just come or did I say hello to you earlier? That's how long we've been on. Is Kingsport the same town with the missing teen from a motel? Now that I don't know, I haven't been following those. Oh, good night, Nan for life. Oh, thank you, BC Proud. We do have a great chat. Thanks, Crime Crazy, my friend. Yeah, everybody have a great weekend. I'll be back Monday. Is Monday my Jose thing? I think it is. Oh, that's okay, Lisa. I just appreciate you being here. Okay, I'm going to wrap it up. Go eat my shrimp. Thanks, everybody. Thank you to my wonderful mods. Thanks to everybody in chat. And thanks to my new people that joined us tonight. Another good chat. And now I have to go Google this person for Reap What You Sow and make a post. Okay, thanks everybody. See you Monday. Have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. And we'll talk to you later. Get your Christmas shopping done.